Okay, guys, so when I was actually looking on Twitter recently, I saw a post that said, "You're never going to regret working harder, and you're never going to regret putting in hard work." And I think this is very, very true in trading. And I'm going to tell you exactly why. So, to become a trader, you can't just put in 3 months of work and then expect to be profitable. It just does not work like that. You constantly have to be improving and you constantly have to be adapting to the markets, managing your risk, managing your emotions whilst you're trading. So it's kind of a constant effort to stay on top of the markets or stay on top of your emotions. So how are you able to do this consistently long term without putting in hard work? There's no way that you can actually make money long term from trading if you don't do this. So I'm going to give you a few steps that I actually think make it easier to put in the hard work so that you're able to do it without being burnt out, without wanting to quit trading because maybe you're struggling during a tough period in the markets, or you're struggling during drawdown, for example. These are periods where people tend to quit. They tend to give up because they have some hardship and they think maybe trading isn't for me. You don't want to be this type of trader. You don't want to be this type of person in life. It always comes back to the point that if it was easy, everybody would do it. If trading was easy and it was actually a get rich quick scheme, every single person would be a trader. But like we know, it's not easy. It's not a get rich quick scheme. Obviously, you can get rich fairly quickly, but that doesn't account for the years and years beforehand that you've actually had to put in the behind the scenes work, the groundwork, the foundation. If you see it as you're building a house, if you miss a few bricks in the foundation, that can all come tumbling down when there's a lot of pressure from above. And when the house is nearly complete, because you failed to prepare, you now need to be prepared to fail. And this is ever true in trading. So first point is to improve every single day and track your improvements. One way to improve every single day, a little plug here, is to purchase 60 Profit. This is coming out on the 12th of August. There'll be a link down below. And what this does is it gives you a task every single day to improve on. So a lot of traders want to be constantly improving. Maybe there's certain aspects of their trading where they struggle more than others. So if you're improving every single day, you get given something to do every single day, there is no way you can't improve. Even if you've done something, you've done the task previously in your trading, repetition makes you better at something. If you're learning a language, by learning that language every single day, you're going to become better. If you're learning to play the piano, if you play the piano every single day, you're going to become better at playing the piano. It's the common phrase that's thrown around is, if you want to become an expert in something, you have to do 10,000 hours in that thing you want to become an expert in. And again, this could be true of trading. I'm not saying that if you do 10,000 hours of backtesting, you'll be an expert trader, or if you trade for 10 hours or 10,000 hours even, that you're going to become a really, really good trader and make hundreds of thousands of dollars profit. I'm not saying that, but the more you do something, the more time you see the same thing over and over and over again and repeating the same actions, you're going to improve. And it also comes back to, if you're repeating bad actions or bad habits, you're also going to become an expert at doing these bad things. If you smoke and you've smoked for 10,000 hours, for example, it's going to be addicting. You're going to feel weird not doing that. Whereas if you create a good habit, like, okay, I'm going to improve my trading, I'm going to journal every single day. If you do that for, I think it's 28 days to build a habit. If you do that for 28 days, you're going to feel weird when you don't journal. And that's kind of the point you want to get to, where it feels bad, it feels wrong to not improve. So you want to wake up every single day with the intention of getting 1%, 2%, obviously the higher the percentage, the better. But you want to become better than you were yesterday, better than you were last week, better than you were last month. A lot of people will confuse this with making more profits, but that is not the point I'm trying to make. You could become a better trader whilst making less profits because you're improving on your past performance. So with 60 Profit, which I'm releasing, I want to make it so that people can improve every single day with tasks that maybe they can't think of. And because it's coming from a trader, it can be a lot easier because I understand what you're going through. And there's something that is called champion bias. And this is another way to actually improve your trading. Winners don't look at why they're winning. Let's say, for example, Usain Bolt, who was winning everything. He was breaking the world records. He's not going to look back and see, okay, why was I winning? I need to work out why I was winning. Of course not. He's not going to think like that. But the person that's losing, the person that's not coming first every single time, is going to analyze very deeply why they're not winning. Why aren't they quick enough? What can they do to be quicker? So if you're not at that stage where you want to be, you're not at that winning stage already, you need to obviously put in the groundwork. You need to go look at your trades, go look at your back-tested trades. Is there something I'm doing wrong? Am I making the same mistake over and over again, which is compounding over the years to create big losses or big periods of drawdown? These can be fixed. But also, you don't want to become that person that wins and doesn't understand why they're winning. Trading, people seem to just focus on losses. So they'll only journal a loss because they must have done something wrong. They'll only journal a trade where they've lost more than they wanted to lose because maybe they over-risked. Maybe they got greedy. These are things that the majority of traders actually do. But I feel like you can learn a lot from your winners. Let's say you've had a winning streak. What caused you to have that winning streak? Were your emotions in check? Did you follow the plan to perfection? Did you have every single confluence? And then you can compare it to your losing streaks. Because if you have winning streaks and you have losing streaks and you journal correctly and journal the right things, then it can be quite easy to compare them. You know, you can cross-examine, okay, what was my emotion like during the trade when I was 3 trades in drawdown? But what was my emotions like when I was 3 winning trades in a row? You can cross-examine and realize, okay, maybe there is a difference. So this is what's happened when I'm winning. And because you've obviously been examining when you're losing too, if you examine both and kind of mix it together, you can quite easily see, okay, this is what's the difference. And this is what I can do to improve to maybe avoid those losing streaks or make them less painful. Losing streaks are what makes or breaks a trader. So if you can limit the losses you're taking, the loss size overall, or you can just limit the trades you're losing, it's a great thing. And this is kind of the work you're not going to regret in the future. Like I said at the start, you're not going to regret putting in the hard work. If you put in the hard work, the hours and hours and hours, if you're journaling every single trade, it might seem quite boring and a waste of time at the moment because you don't have enough data to actually analyze yet. But in 6 months' time, 12 months' time, 18 months, 24 months' time, you can look back and see, okay, I had this tough period. Why? Or I had this tough period and then I had a good period after. And now you're going through a tough period in 2024, but you have data from 2022, 2023, when you also had that, but then you bounce back with a winning streak. And you're considering right now that you must be doing something wrong because you're on a losing streak. But then you can look back and see how you actually got out of it. It'll give you extra confidence in your trading now to realize I've done this 3 or 4 times before. I've had tough periods, but I've come back from it every single time. So if I follow my plan, I'll be completely fine. And again, this comes back to the same point at the start. The hard work, you won't see the results right now, and it seems pointless, but in the future, it all compounds. You wouldn't be able to look back on all that data, that previous data from your trades, if you didn't journal for hours and hours and hours, if you didn't reflect, do weekly reviews. You wouldn't be able to look back. And this is the hard work which you actually need to do. It's not technically hard because all you have to do is look at your trade, evaluate your emotions, evaluate your performance. Did you follow the plan? Did you not? Did you let your emotions take control or did you not? These are simple things which you can record. And obviously you can go into more detail and it is more beneficial. Firstly, it holds you accountable. And secondly, it can be helpful in the future to pinpoint during certain periods what you could do currently. But this is the hard work which you actually need to do to succeed in the long term. So if you want to improve your trading every single day, 60 profits in the description. 12th of August to the 19th, you can join. I'll catch you guys in the next one.